Hi guys, if you're watching this video, you're looking for a Fallout 3 Windows 7 fix. Currently I'm running Windows 7 64-bit. As you'll notice, I have a plethora of icons on my desktop. For some reason, it does not like to run dual monitors as well as this game. Basically, I have a list of fixes that you can try, and hopefully they work out for you. I've had people say that basically all of these fixes have worked for them. They have not worked for me, or maybe it's the combination of all of these and this one right here that's finally worked for me. But basically, I'm going to go down this checklist and kind of explain them real quick. If you miss something, pause. Go back. I'm just going to kind of go through it quickly. First, kind of make sure the game's up to date. Update your drivers. Update DirectX, Microsoft.NET framework. Make sure all that's updated. If you're using Steam, it will update the game itself automatically. If you're using like a CD version, if I don't know, you pirated or whatever, you're gonna have to get the updates from online somewhere. I don't know, I'm not looking for them. And make sure you're not getting registry errors. Go to Google, find registry error programs, kind of download it and run it real quick and see if you are. If you are, fix them. If not, then you're golden. Try that one first. If it doesn't work, obviously move on to the next one. Next one is going to be change compatibility mode. We're going to change it from Windows 7 because it does not work with Windows 7 into XP. So basically, go to where you have Steam saved. I have mine in an external. Go to the Fallout file. Go to the Fallout. This is the exe for the game. Can change. Sorry, I burped. The compatibility. This will not be checked. Check it and drop it down. Go from Windows 7 to XP. Apply. Okay. You can do the same thing with the launcher. Properties, compatibility. This won't be checked. Check it. Windows 7, XP. Apply. Next, we are going to change the. I believe it's. Oh no, it's a DLL file. That's what we're going through. I'll have this link in the description. Basically, go to the site, download the DLL file. I already have it downloaded here. Basically, you're going to drag and drop. I already have it in there, so I'm just going to copy and replace, but yours should just drag and drop in there and sync, no problem. Next, we're going to change the core allocation. Basically, it's these lines here. This is limiting to what the game can actually access. You're going to go to the ini file, open default, and Control F to open the search function. Just copy this part. Doesn't really matter as long as you do not get the 1, because you will not have the 1. You will have a 0 here if you have not changed this file yet. Basically, go from a 0 to a 1, hit enter, and then paste in this line. So basically, it will look like this. I already have it in there, so that's what it is. Save. Also, you can delete these lines if you want to take out the intro, slideshows, cinematics. That's optional. It doesn't really matter. Some people have had problems with those. I have not, so I did not really care to explain. I just removed them. Alright, next we're going to actually boot up the game itself. Launch it through Steam or whatever you have. Oh, one more thing actually, changing in the options, the anti-aliasing. You can run basically the ultra settings if you want, if your computer can handle it. It's low, run low. But either way, you are going to want this turned off. It already has its problems freezing. This just kind of helps. This is another thing that helps, is that changing these options in the gameplay files themselves. And that is the autosaves. People have had problems with those, causing crashes, freezing. So basically, turn those off, and it'll help. Just remember that you have to actually save the game itself. Maybe I didn't remove those files, whatever. Settings, gameplay. I don't know, my mouse is like lead right now, so just turn these off, all of them, and that'll kind of help with crashing. Control-Alt-Delete, start the task manager, because that's where we're going next. You can leave the game open. Actually, you kind of have to, because what we're going to be doing is core allocation through the game itself. Basically, you get to listen to this awesome music, by the way, too, in the background. You're going to go to Fallout, go to process. Here's the process right here. We're going to be setting the affinity. And this basically says Fallout can have this many cores and no more, and that's just how it is. You're gonna probably get this error that pops up. It's just not accessed. That's fine. Just hit OK, and then hit this right here, show all processes from all users. Now you can either scroll through here and find Fallout, or you can just go back to applications and go to go. So set the affinity. You're gonna turn off cores. I'm gonna run 2. You might only want to run 1. It's a little more risky to run 2 just because I have this video going right now as well as the game. So I'm going to let it run 2. Basically, that's the way of turning it off through the game files itself. Hopefully that works for you. This one did not work for me. I don't think it'll let me open this now. No, it won't. But basically, that has worked for most people. Doing all of that or doing some of those steps has worked for a majority of people. If it does work for you, great. If eventually you do have problems and stops working for you, try this next fix, and that is to shut down the cores or just stop them from booting up from when you're starting your computer. So we're going to go to the search function here, Msconfig, and go to the boot tab, advanced options. And we're going to limit the number of processors that can actually be turned on when the computer boots up. You're going to check this and go to 1. You might have 4, 8, 16, 32. Just turn it to 1. Hit OK, hit apply, and you're going to have to restart as it shows you in order for this to take effect. This is actually the only one that's worked for me. I've tried all of this, and then just making sure the cores don't actually boot up themselves is the only way that I found that it works for me. Another way you could do it, actually before I go off on topic, if you do shut off the cores, the way to turn them back on is just go Msconfig again and start up normally. It'll turn it back on, it'll load everything, hit apply, hit OK, and you'll have to restart again, unfortunately. So use this as, if nothing else works, use this as the, okay, I'm going to restart my computer and play Fallout. Okay, I'm going to turn my computer back off and then on again and do everything else. So you're going to have to do 2 restarts basically if you want full access to your computer between Fallout sessions. Another way you can do is the dual boot. I haven't actually tested that one simply because this one worked for me, so I did not bother with that. If that doesn't work, try the dual boot. Read about it on Google, find a video, and just dual boot through XP. Basically what it is it boots up another operating system, so you can have 2 operating systems running at the same time. You have your normal one, which will be Windows 7, since you're having this problem, and then you have a virtual computer that's running XP as its operating system, and you'll just use that one to play the game through. Hopefully this worked out for you and that everything is good. Happy huntings and shooting some ghouls in the face. If you liked the video or if it worked for you, please rate. You guys have a good night, okay? Bye.